I have attained everything from Baba as I have made the deal. So I reflect on all the attainments, and during day I keep using it for the self. Whenever I find that I am not in a very, very happy state of mind, then I use what I have received from Baba and I experience that I am able to recover the feelings of love, feelings of happiness. And then I'm ready to share with others. But first, I have to use it so that brings the experience. Then I use it for others. This way, I'm able to appreciate that how my deal is bringing all attainments. There are many, many devotees in the world. There are many souls in the world. Souls in contact with us. They all are seeking, asking. They want experience of happiness. They want assurance that health and the wealth and the relationships will remain guaranteed. So through my experience, I'm able to share. I am able to respond to the calls of devotees and also share with all my friends and contacts. Not just the words, but the power they need, contentment they need. And I'm able to do it if I do it for myself. Even today, 2, 3 times I had to give to my own self because there are always so many different energies and they influence the mind. So if I keep using the treasure I have for myself and uplift the energy, purify the energy, make it elevated, then with that experience, the vibrations which I spread, even the words I have to speak, will definitely have power which other souls can receive. So let us all be that embodiment of all attainments. And deeply, very, very carefree, but also full in my treasures. Take drishti from Baba.
कि हमारी तकदीर की तस्वीर बाबा ने कितनी ऊंची बनाई है। तकदीर बाबा ने हमारी बनाई है, लेकिन बाबा ने कहा था कि मैंने तुम्हारे ही हाथ में तकदीर खींचने का कलम दिया है। जितनी लकीर लंबी आपको खींचनी है, चाहे उतनी आप खींच सकते हो। तो आपके हाथ में वो तकदीर की तस्वीर खींचने का कलम है। सबके पास कलम है, खो तो नहीं गया है। वो कलम है, बाबा ने कहा श्रेष्ठ कर्म का ही कलम है। अगर श्रेष्ठ कर्म का कलम आपके हाथ में बाबा ने दिया है, क्योंकि बाबा ने हमें कर्म विकर्म अकर्म की गति बहुत स्पष्ट समझा दी है। तो नॉलेज को कहा जाता है नॉलेज इज लाइट, नॉलेज इज माइट। तो बाबा ने हम सबके हाथ में ये लाइट और माइट का कलम दे दिया है। श्रेष्ठ कर्मों द्वारा हम जितनी अपनी लंबी तकदीर की तस्वीर बना सकते हैं, उतनी बना सकते।
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 11. Today we have completed our Dadi Gulzarji being Avyakt, becoming Farishta. So we are remembering our Dadi Murli, source of truth, deal, wealth, father. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. It was so lovely to see you all sharing drishti. We all were sharing drishti with each other. And actually, we take drishti from Baba. And then through our eyes, we share drishti with others, like Dadi Gulzar. So it's a very, very, it was very beautiful. to see everyone's sparkling face. That's what Dadi said. No, Baba has given us the pen, light and might to draw our not only fortune but also uh, the features, because fortune is visible through the features, right? So I could see everyone face was very full, very happy, contentment, and Baba feels happy to see his children full like this, right? Because Baba is full and he wants us to be always happy and full. We all have made a deal with Baba, right? You all think you all have made deal with Baba? Hmm? Show me your hands. Everyone? No? Some haven't made. Yeah. Baba said that generally in the world it is believed it's very difficult to find God. So they created in path of bhakti lot of difficult ways. You have to do so many days of fasting. You have to go on pilgrimage places which are very high, very difficult to climb. And these days they have trains and buses. But before people walked, I know some people used to go to Amarnath near Kashmir. Very, very difficult, 16,000 feet height. And on the way they have stopped and the guides will say there are very, very cold, little lakes. Now you have to take a dip here, now you have to shower here. And I know one person went, I used to be in Jammu, which is part of Jammu Kashmir, for a few years. In summer, we'll go to Srinagar, Kashmir, Srinagar, and in winter in Jammu. So one person from Delhi I knew came and visited and wanted to get good wishes to go. When he returned, I couldn't recognize him. He was so dark. He was so lost so much weight. It was very dark because of the very, very cold there. So they really put this in the minds of us. It's very difficult to find God. And then for us, we found him or he found us in a very, very easy way. So sometimes some doubt or get confused. Is he God or not? And then when he, of course, in Sakar Baba also, all had this faith and trust, but they were not able to keep hold on to that aim. And then there was no power. And because there was no power, I don't think they had doubt, but they couldn't continue on journey. So many left. Even they remembered Baba, but they couldn't reach toward their goal or destination. So it could happen. So I read Murli few times to understand when Baba says, deal is just with one word, Baba. So Baba, everything I have belongs to you. My body, my mind, my wealth, and all relationships. So method is simple, just one word, Baba, and we make the deal. And then Baba in that deal gives us happiness, intoxication of mind. Because if mind is happy, everything is okay and will be okay. And then for health, if you ask my experience, whole day, how many times I have to remind myself, this body is for Baba's service. So it's okay. It will be okay. Whether sometimes these days, especially, many will complain. They have sore throat, they have headache, they have this. And I just keep saying to my body, Baba has given you health. Baba has given you health. Keep reminding myself. Or rather, I use what Baba has given me so that I'm also prepared for the evening. And then when it comes to wealth, it belongs to Baba. I use it in an appropriate way for Baba's task as a trustee. And there is never even subtly what will happen. Many centers, many places call me, what's the future? What will happen? I said, but that's in Baba's place, no? So Baba has to take care and Baba will take care. And majority, most of the places, even very poor countries, whenever I ask them they need help, we can help. No, we are doing very fine. We are okay. We are okay. But then if I keep worrying, so I'm not using it, right? And then selfless, loving relationships. For me, that's most I enjoy in life. Just be loving relationship with everyone. So that when we are together, we remember the days we spent together. Just love and selfless. No expectations from each other. Now the whole secret is that when Baba said you have to, again it must have been translated churn, but Manan could also be thinking deeply. When I'm in a really today also I am trying to see, but how? What is really Manan? So should I be doing Manan on the method or should I do Manan on attainments? So I kind of, whole day keep thinking, okay, what is there? Okay, if I do Manan on uh, points of knowledge. But that's what Baba said, then it's only intellect and words. Many there, last night we were talking of the only intellectually one point, then another point, then third point, that's it. And then they speak those points. But the difference is that Manan, that means when I do proper Manan, then first I'm able to use every point to experience myself. And I can say for all these four, I keep myself very full, happy, intoxication, manageable with the body. Yes, very, very worryless, careless, no carefree, knowing is Baba's wealth, Baba will take care. And I think with everyone, just loveful relationships. And if it is not, I have to use what I got in my deal. And I experienced that, yes, it did work. It did help me. As I said, these days there are so many energies, right? Most of the calls you get, anyone you try to talk, this one is not well, this one has died, this happened, all the time, right? So how do I, when that energy is there, what attainment I use so that I remain in the experience where my mind is happy? Somebody will say, listening to all this news, how can you be happy? What kind of intoxication you can have? So when Baba said that those who do manan and then apply that to your own self first, giving yourself at the right time, appropriate time, so you experience that how it changed things completely. Thoughts change, you start feeling okay, body, resources keep coming, and heart is full for everyone, love for everyone. And then I have to share then who is calling or saying or through my thoughts I have to do lot. So then it becomes power, blessing for other souls. So Baba says, as much you use it in my task. So one is I have to be happy and I want everyone to be happy around me. But other is God's task, right? And what is God's task? Establishment of world of purity, peace, happiness, prosperity. So through purity, there is peace, then there is happiness, then there is prosperity. This is God's task, right? Using my attainments in God's task. And Baba says then it's not only one birth, it's so unlimited, Baba said. Baba gave example of that today in the world there are so many uh, bombs, so many weapons that they can destroy world over and over and over. But my treasure also is so unlimited that all the souls of the world, billions and billions, they can receive. It's still, there is enough. And what actually Baba is saying that Baba is not only a dealer, but he's also a bestower. Just imagine a bestower and a dealer. He really wants to give, and he would not have put any condition, but law of this world is karmas. Unless I put effort, I do it, I cannot be that. Baba cannot give. So he gives, and now we have to use it, and then I create my fortune. So in a way, Baba has given But at least to maintain, I will have to make some efforts, right? And only simple efforts. Manan, like I'm reminding myself, thinking this afternoon, I was just giving to the body. Baba said this morning, no, I'm telling. So I thought Manan also is you talk to yourself. Because when you are thinking on the point or attainment, I'm talking to myself. Today, like I had talked to myself so many times. Within few moments, just change. Any thought which doesn't help you uh, to remain happy, change it, change it, change it. Give yourself what attainment God has given you. As Baba said, then you remain full. Because if you have a glass of water you will drink, then you have to fill it, no? So if I am using for myself, but I have to make it full again, full again, full again, right? Baba uses very nice full, bharpur. And that is like deep, deep, deep contentment from the heart. When if you get a good food, you have eaten properly, even if you are really take this little more, you can because you are so full. So when you are full, you don't ask for anything. There is no demand. So nobody then say, "Oh, I need this help. I need that help." You do homework. In my life, one thing I have done is lot of homework. Whole day I just keep saying, "Okay, uh, think about this, use this, try this, experiment this," and that really helps you. You're not dependent. You're not spiritually dependent on anyone. Because Baba's Murli, Baba's knowledge is the source. So really, as I said, I read Murli yesterday morning, then again, at least 5, 6 times until this morning, one sister was reading, I was listening, and suddenly I found, yeah, 1, 2, 3, this is what Baba wants us to do. Because Manan also of what? Is it of points? Is it of attainments? Is it of my deal I have made? What Manan? And then I got the points. So even to understand Murli, generally we will give a general answer. How treasure increase when you give to others? How can that be? You keep giving to others, your treasure waste. First you use on yourself, you create an experience, then when you give, it works as not only power, but that is what not only then people understand through intellect or speak of words, but they are able to experience and be embodiment. And Baba wants us to create such kinds of souls now. Not numbers. Baba said, sometimes you can just count how many are taking, how many I gave to, so many. No. The quality, whether they are air souls or worthy souls, as Baba then said, you are the gardener, so we have to create very beautiful flowers. So if you feel read Murli again, read it, write it, read again, again. We just read it. Okay, I read Murli, took few notes. But then there should be appropriate, accurate answers, right? So definitely it's a very, very high quality deal, but came to us as our fortune. So we are very, very happy and full with all the attainments. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So now we will get our practice point for tomorrow's Murli. So let's invite our dear brother Ken.
Om Shanti, dear brothers and sisters. Om Shanti, Didi. It was so lovely to listen to the way that you've gone into the depth of the Murli in such a way that, as Baba said, he's the jewel merchant, but the deal is with the jewels, and they are so valuable. One of the ways that I love to go into a Murli is when I can relate it to something that's happening in terms of Baba's service. And also the Brahmin routine, starting off with Amrit Bela and then the meditation before the Murli, and then the Murli itself, and then the traffic controls, the whole day. In fact, one of the songs that I like to put on for my traffic control is an old song from London called I Spent a Day with God. Such a beautiful song. And today I had the chance to conduct a retreat for about 6 hours, a few sessions on this topic, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. So automatically, knowing that was coming up, when I was listening to the Murli, I was just taking in, okay, what as Satyam, what does Baba want me to understand? What does Baba want me to know? What truth does he want me to sort of take in? And Baba Shivam, the benefactor, what does he want me to do today? And of course, that was very clear in the Murli. I'm not going to just share points. I'm going to share experiences. And that will help people, in fact, that's the deeper understanding at the level of experience rather than at the level of just a sequence of points. And Sundaram, what does Baba want me to be? What does Baba want me to become? So in other words, as I listen to the Murli, I'm listening for, in what way does Baba want to transform me? What do I need to do? And in what way is he showing me his love? For example, this point of, what do you give me, ask? You just give me your broken heart. It's broken into pieces. It's sort of divided between this one, the other one, different relatives and so on. And so there's not a sort of whole. And Baba, what he takes our broken heart and just gives us back a whole heart, because that's the deal. That's the return for when we understand Baba deeply. He wants to change me from a beggar into prince. So he gave the example of Mama, how she didn't really have anything when she came along. She was living with her uncle, I believe, because her dad had left the body, but she didn't bring anything. So Baba was saying, how valuable are the mothers and the Kumaris? The people that the world doesn't give any value for. Baba wants to make them into spiritual leaders. So what an offer he's giving us. And what roles does he play? I was thinking in the Murli today, he's this jewel merchant father who comes to give the fruit of devotion. And then, of course, there's the whole thing of many times in Avyak Murlis, especially, he mentions different categories. Today, he mentioned 2, the 8 jewels and then the others, and the difference, and how to make our wealth into happiness and our power, spiritual power, into success, and how to make our virtues, to use them appropriately, as Didi was saying, use them at the right time. So it was a very, very rich Murli, especially since Baba had given me this task to conduct a retreat. It was in English. Judy Johnson organized it. So it was like so special to associate the Murli with what Baba wanted me to do during the day. So this whole idea, I spent a day with God, it was such a beautiful experience. And these three words, the contract with Baba, the agreement, however you want to translate the idea of a deal, to increase our spiritual wealth. What are the terms of the contract? So what's my part? What are the rights and responsibilities within that sort of deal? And so as I was listening to the Murli, I wrote down, this deal is simple and uncomplicated. Second, the people on the path of devotion have made everything so difficult and complicated. And as she was describing, going on pilgrimages, not easy, and have put everyone into a spin. And this whole idea of translating everything into experience that I can give to others is so special, so beautiful. And then at traffic control, check and change. Any changes that I need to make. I love this idea that you brought up about talking to yourself, talking to your body, talking to whatever's going on, so that you can make the changes necessary. And then for later on tonight, as we go in to check with Baba our chart and then hand over our chart, we look at the experiences during the day and we check how much spiritual wealth we've accumulated. So beautiful day today. I'm sure you all must have had such a beautiful day also. So tomorrow, can we put up the word cloud for tomorrow? Look at that. What's the word that jumps out at you? Again, it's just the soul. Again, it's the word teach or teacher is there, and the word pure. So how do I use what Baba's teaching me as the teacher, the supreme teacher? How do I understand that in an appropriate way to make the soul pure, using the intellect and to move away from impurity? So listening at the time of the Murli. So let's look at the three practices, the three homeworks as we go into the Murli. Can we put that up? Listen. Listening at the time of the Murli. What are the three main secrets that Baba teaches me in order to become pure and go home? So very definitely in the Murli tomorrow, Baba is there as the teacher. So our focus is on God, and our focus tomorrow is on God in his role as the supreme teacher. So what are the three secrets that he teaches me in order to become pure and go home? Practice at traffic controls, the suggestion is stop everything, of course. I'm totally detached from my old costume and experience being an 84 birth soul. So it's like there's a temporary situation going on. Probably I'm doing some task or the other. The traffic control music comes on and immediately I detach from this old costume and experience being an 84 birth soul. And later on tomorrow night, there's this topic that comes up in the Murli, wasting our precious treasures. So how was my experience in remaining beyond all wasteful matters? And you can see how traffic control can help me to do that. and putting into practice the secrets that Baba teaches me to become pure. So again, tomorrow, focus is on God, focus is on Baba as the teacher, focus is on what he's going to tell me in order to become pure and beyond waste. So let's listen to the Murli tomorrow and take on board all of these things so that we can really do the best for Baba and for the Agya. So please enjoy tomorrow. Om Shanti. So this the point from Amrit Vela tomorrow. The Father who rectifies all that is wrong has come to teach me. Wow. So stay in the wonder of that idea. Baba who rectifies everything that's wrong has come to teach me. Wow. Keep that thought.
It's so, yeah, we look at dadis and, one time I used to go in the evening when Dadi Gulzar was in her cottage to meditate with her, and she was sitting and she has a very beautiful Brahma Baba's picture in front in her room. So we were 5, 6 of us, and then I saw her so still, not even her eyes were blinked. Even once I asked her, Dadi, what are you doing in the sense with Baba? Because I saw her so absorbed, so absorbed. She said, receiving the inheritance of all powers from Baba. And those words stay with me, that how Dadis just sat with Baba. Even if it has been given to us in deal, but I still have to cultivate, I will have to use them, I will have to be embodiment. So the method which Baba gave today in the morning, I think we all have to adopt and fulfill what Baba wants from us. And also Dadis, and also this way we become support for Yagya and also for world service. Om Shanti, and Brother Ken, thank you very much. Om Shanti.
Shanti Didi, lovely to be here.
Om Shanti. So thank you, Didi, and our dear brother Ken. Welcome to Vyakti Journey, meeting through the eyes, the language of angels. So before we started the series, we had this beautiful experience of sharing the drishti, right? So now also we'll be sharing the drishti, but in very different way. As we had announced that before, we used to do like angelic dance, right? So this drishti of sharing is sharing the moment of happiness, joy, with our angelic dance. And many times in Madhuban we have seen like our dadis, in the end, the way they used to dance with us, so much joy, right? So first we will fly to Madhuban, we'll watch our dadis, how they dance, and then we copy them, right? So then we will spotlight each one of us, and then it will be few seconds, but let's, in that few seconds, even 1 second or 2 seconds, let's share that joy and happiness within whatever we have inside of us from Baba. That's the great service also, right? So let's fly to Madhuban and then start our Avyakti dance, angelic dance.
किया हमको प्यार कितना
कर दिया समर्पण। हो बाबा की बड़ी लाडली, बाबा भी तुम पे अर्पण। हाथों में हाथ लेकर सब कर दिया समर्पण। तुमने भी खुद को दादी किया है बलिहार कितना, कोई क्या दे सकेगा, दिया है दुलार जितना। कैसे भूलेगा दादी दैवी परिवार प्यारा, उपकृत रहेगा तुमसे दादी संसार सारा। कैसे भूलेगा दादी दैवी परिवार प्यारा, उपकृत रहेगा तुमसे दादी संसार सारा। दिन रात सद्गुणों से किया है श्रृंगार कितना, कोई क्या दे सकेगा, दिया है दुलार जितना। दादी ओ मीठी दादी, किया हमको प्यार कितना, किया हमको प्यार कितना, किया हमको प्यार कितना।
Om Shanti. Happy night. Good night. Yeah, it's very, very good sometimes to express our joy, happiness, super sense joy into angelic moments also. Right. So sleep with lot of joy, happiness with Baba. So Om Shanti and good night, everyone.